One of the most rewarding shots in golf is when you really rip a drive down the middle of the fairway. If you're struggling with your slice with driver and it's going 30, 40 yards offline, I'm going to give you the secret to straighten out that drive. I'm Dr. Allison Kurt, PGA Master and LPGA Master Professional, and let's talk about how to stop slicing your drives. We need to know what causes the slice, and then you need an on-course solution to hit your drive straighter. So let's dig into it. When we have a slice shot, there has to be some degree of an open face. An open face for a right-handed golfer means that the face is pointed to the right. Now, this can be coupled with a swing plane that is from the outside to the inside. That's when the club moves away from the body and then closer to the body. So if I have an open club face and my swing plane is from out to in, that is double duty, total big slice. That thing is getting off of the fairway, maybe even out of bounds. It is possible that your swing can be on plane with an open face, and that can cause a slice also. So we need to make sure, which variable are you fixing? Is it face, path, or do you need to fix both of them? What I do want you to look out for is with the first component, the club path. When you're starting from the top, if your upper body is beginning the downswing, it has a tendency to move away from you. If I can start the downswing with my lower half while keeping my upper half behind, you'll notice that the club starts to shallow and return on plane. So this would be a sequencing issue that when I get to the completion of my backswing, the impulse to want to hit the golf ball can start from a top-down approach, and you'll see how the golf club is already moving out in front of me. So let's have a bottom-up approach. I want you to think of your upper body staying turned back as long as it can while your lower body is returning to the target and returning to the ball. So notice how my belt buckle is turning back towards the fairway, but I'm trying to keep my chest pointed towards the camera. By doing that, the club starts to shallow and stay behind me. So now I have fixed the plane to allow for a straighter shot, but that's only one half of the equation. The second half is the club face. So let's tag team this. If I'm getting the club better on plane, but the face is pointing up to the sky, wow, this is a really open connection at impact. That's going to send it to the right. So what I want you to imagine is the logo of your glove needs to start moving towards the ground. You'll feel like you are rolling your knuckles out, similar to if you were driving a motorcycle and you might be throttling forward. So if I take my lead hand and get the logo to point to the ground, notice how the angle of the club face matches the angle of my spine. This would be a square face position. So if I couple that with being on plane, I return to impact with a square face and a pretty neutral path to hit straighter shots. This is going to be the solution to eliminate your slice. Your slice is caused partly from the out to in move and a big part with the open face. So step number one is we begin to have the lower body turn first and the upper body stays behind so that the club can shallow. The second stage is that you're going to have your glove start turning towards the ground. And as it turns towards the ground, it begins to close the club face and return it back to square. So if I combine these pieces together, an on-path move and a square club face, we'll see a straight drive. Right down the middle of the fairway, center of the face. Work on these two components, blend them together so that you can get your drives to hit more of the fairways. I know the slice is such a struggle. Don't try to do these things at full speed right from the beginning. Work on them independently, one-on-one, slow, then blend them together. Once you start to feel the changes in the motor patterns, you can add the speed in next. Guaranteed, the face and the path, blend them in a very neutral setting, you're going to hit way more fairways. For more great content like this, make sure you hit like and subscribe so that you can get all the great education and content to help improve your game.